cameras and stuff. Just got to get this up a little bit higher. I'm not having the best time, so I'm just going to share this to, okay, so it should be right now. If I go on, see if I can find it on YouTube. So if you're on board, just say g'day, just so I know. Just making sure that you guys are here. And I'm not sitting here talking to myself. I see now. G'day, Rado. As soon as I put the other camera on, I realised I didn't turn it off properly. And so then I had a flat battery. Just saying. All right, so I'm just going to get my computer sorted. I'll move this in so you can see more. It is really hot here now. It's just so muggy, it's disgusting. Hi, Kath. Oh, you've had 98 millimeters of rain. Wow, that's crazy. Really crazy. So I'm going to try and zoom this in. And hopefully I know that, hang on, the back of this chair's out. I've got the camera sitting on a chair and I know I'm going to trip my mother over. There you go. All right. So you can really see up close now, which is good. Whew. Alrighty. So just quickly, I'll just talk about what I'm using. I'm going to move all that forward so you've got a bit of room here and you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, I'll just move it that way. The other thing I'm going to do is try and find this. I think if I go into here, it says I'm live now. Oh God, I look like I'm half drunk on that photo. So we just click on that, I think. Click, yeah, there we go. Restore. So we've got about 6 people or so, which is nice small little crew. Just making sure that I have no voice coming through and I can see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, so now I can actually see what's happening. Yeah, beauty. Alrighty, so yes, that looks like, good like that. All right, beauty. Okie doke. Sign into chat. Why do I need to sign into chat? Seriously, dude. Next. Yes. Of course, it's just gonna give me the wrong password. There we go. I know why. Alright, so let's try again. Oh, for God's sake. I've changed my password. And I hate that. Let's see if that works. Okey-doke. Now it wants me to check passwords and all that rubbish. Alright, okay, we're back. Right, so now I'll be able to comment on the computer if I need to. Alright. So just going to zoom that in a little bit more. So what I've got on here is just a standard foot for a westerly foot. I have in stock the exact same sort of thing, but I have what they call a decorative foot, so you can use it for couching as well. But it works perfectly well with any kind of ruler work, whether you're using it for couching or not. Okay, so it's all good. So that's the foot I'm using. This is I thought I'd show you the standard sampler set. So everything's going to be in reverse because it's on my phone, by the way, just letting you know. So this is the standard sampler set, which I normally do all my workshops in. It's a nice good one to start with. Now the fun and fancy set comes with a booklet and everything, right? Okay. So if you haven't already got yourself one of these, you can get them through me. I do have limited stock, and it would be something I'd have to organise to order in for you. This is my set. Sorry, keep knocking the microphone. But it comes with all these rulers. So this is the high shank set. Okay, so it comes with, I think it's 6 or 7 rulers off the top of my head. And comes with the workbook. Okay, so you've got the workbook, shows us how to do it. So it keeps it really simple for us. And it also comes with some bonus education. Obviously that's in reverse. And you can also get they've got a university course, so, and you can get a free project. Okay, so there's your education, and you can get that $75 off your education, and you've also got a free table topper. So that's what happens when you get the kit. The other thing this kit had in it, oh no it doesn't, so there was a spacer, but it doesn't have it in it because this is one of the older versions. The new versions have like a little spacer in it that you put, it helps measuring in between things. The other item I'm going to use today is this fella. Okay, this is my Crosshairs Ruler, and this is what I use to mark my areas with. Okay, this is the one I like to use. There is a smaller one as well, but I like the bigger one because very rarely do I have blocks that are really, really tiny that I need to use a ruler. I can use a smaller ruler to find the centre. The other thing I'm going to use is these. So these come in packs of 5 as stable tape, and they're like a little. You can use sticky what do they call sandpapers, little sticky dots and things like that as well. That all works. But these come as a product with Westerly Designs, and So Steady is the company that now owns Westerly Designs. Not in reverse, can see it the right way around. Oh, that's fabulous. I wasn't too sure if that would do that. That's fabulous. It must be a YouTube thing. That's brilliant. Because on my phone it's showing the wrong way around. That's brilliant. And they're like a pack of 5 for $12. So they're not really very expensive, but I'm going to need them. Because these are brand new, I'm literally opening the bag as you see it. They do come with a little strip of it. Okay, so I wasn't too sure, so I could probably pop that back on the shelf because I don't need it. It's already going to come with it, which is brilliant. It also comes with these little pins, which you're going to need. Oh, it's got 3 of those. That's even better. Plenty. Okay. Then it comes with this one's called back to back. It's a 3-inch and a 2-inch, I think it is, 3 and 2 inch, or 3 to 2 inch. Okay, so that's one. Then it has this one here. I'm gonna have it the right way around so I can read it. Circles on Quilts, spinning wheel number 21. Okay. Then it comes with the Spin Effects number 8, 5.5 inch. It also has the oval, and that has a centre in it. So if you can see that, it actually does have a centre template. So it's literally 2, all right? And that's your simple oval, 1.5 and by 3. Excuse moi. Then it also has the circle, which comes as a basic one as well. Brilliant little tool, very useful. Okay. So that's the one that comes in it as well. It also comes with another Distractions little book, okay, so that you can actually, just on those specific ones, just to give you basics on how to use them, okay? All right, so that all comes in with your set. I'm going to pop that back in the bag. I'm going to pop that in with it so I don't lose it. Come on. And just going to leave those little fellas out for now, and one of those, and then they're going to go in there, the other 2, and we're going to start with one ruler, just one ruler. We don't want to do all rulers in one sitting. It's just going to take way too long. But we're going to go through, have a quick look. It's this book's amazing. So it literally shows you how to go from start to finish to do all these different types of patterns. They're brilliant. So there's no second guessing. You don't have to try and figure it out for yourself. It's all there for you. So I thought we would pick one that would be quite interesting. So bear with me while I do this. So any questions at all? I was wondering how these worked. Yeah, Denise, these are amazing. Let's have a look at this one. So that's a border loop. So this is a simple oval. Oh yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. There's just circle one. I've done that many times. I think we'll do this one. This is using the Spin Effects number 8. So we'll use, yep, that's spinning well. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so that's Spin Effects number 8. It has it written on the top. Okay, so just try and keep the reflection out of there. So that you know, just in case you don't know what it is. And I'll just pop these ones aside. I have one set of low and one set of high and cannot remember which one my machine is. I'll show you how to figure out what your machine is, all right? So just popping those out of there. Sorry about my shoulder. So this is the one we're going to do. So we're going to end up with this fella, and we might up the ante to that. So we'll see how we go. The rulers, that is. Yeah, I know what. Yeah, I can actually show you, but there's a difference. Yeah. So there's, when you look at the ruler, this is a high shank. Okay, it's quite high. That I think it's around about 4 mil or so. The low shank's quite much thinner. So when you hold them together, you'll be able to see it quite easily which one's which. Very, very easily. All right, so we're going to do the spinning cross. Okay, very simple. Yes, that is it. I have to use the thin one, not the thick one. Yeah, so for a low shank, you definitely use a thin one. Yep, absolutely. High shank you can use on a long arm, or you can use it on any high shank machine. So I'm just going to pop this here. I'm going to get my Crosshairs Ruler, and I also have some fabric. Just going to pop that up there. This one here. Now, if you notice, it's got what they call is like a little gateway or a key or whatever you want to call it. It comes in and out, but if you, it's like a little jigsaw piece. If you take it out and don't put it back, you are going to lose it. Okay, and then you've got bucklies of trying to get one to replace, and then it just sort of ruins your whole ruler thing. So do try and leave it there, but the reason why they have it so that you can lift, like take it out, is so that you can actually lift it. So you use the magic tape, and it means you can lift and move it up and down without too much drama. You lift up one side, okay, just manipulate, and it comes out nicely, but you always stick it back in. Okay, now that is my back side, not my back side, but my reverse side of my ruler, and I'm going to pop some of these on. So I'm just going to cut them literally, you know, 1/2 inch, no more than that. And I'm going to cut 3 because I want to put one up here, one there, and one there. I'm going to balance them out. This is how I do it. I'm just going to show you how I do it, and then you can find your own niche. I feel that when you don't have to have a massive big piece of it, you know, I think it's just an overkill. I mean, you can if you really want to, but it's just a waste of tape. So let's get that one on there, and I'm just making sure you see through there. So I've popped them on, you can see them, see? So they're on the reverse side, ready to go. Okay, so anyone else got any questions while I'm just sorting my bits and pieces out? No? All good? Alright, so I'm just going to get that bit of wadding out of the way. I've got a nice long piece of fabric and I'm just going to use this one. Just going to put the scrim facing downwards, just like that. This one is just going to lay over the top, just like that. And this is a sample piece, of course. And whenever you're going to do or use rulers on a quilt, that's okay, Stella. You're allowed to have a cup of coffee. When I ever do a quilt, I always try and test on something that is the same fabric or same wadding, so that you know the thickness of the wadding is going to be the same. There's no adjustments or anything. It's all the same. Next thing is I need. Give me a second. Sorry, let me get this. Okay, I'm just getting a bit of that to pop into my pencil because I'm going to need a different colour because white just won't show up. Alright, I'll pop that in now. Just take out that one and just keep until I get my pink through. Come on. Tick, tick. Oh, I probably need to have it facing down. Make sure it's clicking in. Yeah, it's just started. Okay, so any questions so far? Always when you want to work with one. Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't want to come out. So if I can get that one to work. It's probably because I had it on the side. It's just been poo. Come on, baby. I don't know what's going on with it. But can you do me a little favour while I'm just sort of wrestling with this? Actually, I might see if I can try another one. Doesn't seem to want to work with just one in there, so I'm trying to get the colour out. It just won't come out. Yeah. And in the meantime, I need a pencil. I think this one's empty. Yep. Right, Mum? Wide. Yeah. So I'll just grab my also line one. See if I can find there. There we go. Got it. Okay. So let's just pretend I had a fight with my pencil before. It's 9. So we're just going to pretend that we've got like a 9-inch sort of block here. Just using my ruler as a reference, really, just to keep myself organised. Always worthwhile practicing with these on a sample piece, and getting your settings on your machine right. Okay, so if you can't see that, I'm going to get a darker piece. That's exactly where we want to stand. Yeah, I know. I do it too. Stand there all the time. Alright, so you can see, I'm just going to draw it in a thicker one so you can see this. There we go. It's a bit better for you. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. How'd it go? Did I kill it?
No, I broke it up with the missing.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's what
I did it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Alright, you can just keep moving. Alright, so now you can see the actual block, alright? Now, what I want to do is work out my crosshairs. So, if you look at your book, you'll see that it'll have, you need a little step one, mark your crosshairs, okay? So, that's the first thing we're going to do. And this ruler will do this. This is your crosshair ruler. And what you do is you line up these white lines that are on the ruler with the edge of your block, okay? Getting it in the corner of each one. So then you've got your centre. I'll have to just go a little bit low. Pushing down, just so you can hang on to it. Cross there, and just mark those crosshairs. And don't forget your centre one. It's always good to have the centre one marked. Very handy. Right, that's what I want to go over there. Good. So then that gives me the lines, and for your sake, so that you can actually see what I'm doing, I'm going to mark them a little bit darker with that. I'll do it with green this time so you can actually see the crosshairs. So they're might be a little bit thicker than the usual, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So that has given me these lines. Okay. So now you can really see those, yeah? Nice, hey. How much are the rulers? Which one, Kath? The kit that I'm using is called Fun and Fancy, and it's 130. And then this crosshair ruler, I would have to have a look. Got a feeling it's just there at the side of that mat. The other side, yeah. How much are they? 57. These are 57. Okay. All right. Next. Now we're ready to rock and roll. So it will tell you to position where you want to position it, like you have to position it at the same time each and every time. Okay. So step one, it says position the BTL #1 template, which is your Spinifex number. That's the crosshair ruler on the crosshair line, so the circle will be centered. So it wants you to do the circle one first. So let's get the circle one. My bad. That's it there, the BTL. It's got the BTL up there, which is the circle. So it wants you to put that on here, just like that. And what I'm doing is lining up that line there and that center line there that's on the ruler. Sorry, you couldn't see that, my bad. That one there and that one there, and I'm lining that right up on my crosshairs. Okay, so you can see that in the camera. And it wants you to stitch out that circle first. So that's the first thing we're going to do. I'm going to move my machine forward so you can see. I'm going to put my gloves on. because otherwise nothing's going to happen. Right, so it's always nice to, when you're doing this, to have your, your large thing. Do you need to use pins? No, I don't really use pins with these. No, not at all. No, all good. Now, if I put the foot straight down, you can see it's really tight. So I'm going to put my foot up, and I'm going to loosen that foot right up. Now I'm going to put my foot down again because I want that foot to glide across that fabric like a duck on water. I don't want it to be pushing in and creating a resistance. So I'm just going to tighten that up. Okay. Now, if you have some of the brother machines and some other machines, they will actually drop down again once you start stitching. This one doesn't. But if you do have one of them, you are going to need to drop that foot down again, like take a stitch forward and let that foot drop again and reposition that foot. You want it so it's just like that. You don't want any pushing. You don't want to see any fabric gathering as you're pushing forward, okay? Now, foot up, because I need to put this baby in there, and I'm going to line up those lines. So I'm just going to move over closer to you. There we go. So I'm going to line up this one and this one, that one and that one. And I'm just, with my finger, actually I need to put, before I do it any further, because it will cause me all sorts of issues. Issues, we don't do issues. Just some tape on the back of this one. One, oops, oh you silly woman. One on one side, oops days, there. And the other on the other side, just for balance. All right, now turn her back. Go back and line her up. There we go. Now put your foot back down. Now I like to just grab that top thread. This does have a cut-off facility. So I'm just going to cut mine off, just feed dogs up or down. They are definitely down. Just as if you were free motion quilting. I'm going to put the needle down and I'm going to cut off. Now when you're doing a quilt, you'd want to bring up your bottom bobbin and tie it off and all those lovely things, all right? So I'm just doing that so that I can, show you without doing a whole heap of tie-offs. Place one finger at the top and bottom, just like that, and then on the other side. I've got my hands on the fabric, not much pressure. So if I was to let go, that's not much pressure. Can you see how it's just a little bit, just enough to hold? If you're pushing right down, do you see my knuckles go white, right? You need to release and relax them, relax your shoulders, and press your start button, and nothing happens fast with rulers. And just go around nice and steady, and this is why I like the stop start button, because she just ticks along nicely, and just stop there. Now you'll notice one thing with this is that instantly it pushes the fabric down, which means that the foot needs to, oh yeah, it's good speed, isn't it? The actual foot needs to go down. You can see, if I put that under there, you can see there's quite a gap still, okay? So that's going to cause missed stitches, just FYI, right? There's a heads up for you. So I'm going to cut that off. Now you wouldn't in this case, you would come along and you'd take, well, let's just do it the way it should be. So let's just take this out, oh little doodah, there we go. Slide it out, there it is, beautiful. Don't forget to pop that straight back in, just like that, so you don't lose it. You do not want to lose that little key. And I need to adjust this. And, as you go along when you're doing your quilting with this, you'll probably need to just adjust occasionally, especially with heavy quilting, all right? So don't forget to tighten it back up again, otherwise it'll bounce around and smash your needle. So you can all hear me okay so far? Good, good. Now we're going to grab this one. So what it's asking me to do now is to actually stitch one there, one here, and one here. Okay, so we get 4. Yeah, Stella, it was given to me by a dealer many years ago. It's a good little screwdriver. Actually, it opens up the end of it. I think Echidna, I think they have them. And there's little screws in there, screw heads, and they're Phillips head and flat heads, and they're different sizes. So you get this one, which is a Spinifex 8. Open up the little gate key. I haven't taken it right off. I'm going to slide that in there, just like that. Put the key back in, nice and steady. All right, turn it so I can see. I want to be coming to the side. I like to see what I'm doing. If I work behind, it's very hard to see. Place that just in there, just tucks nice in there to the foot. Line up, there's a line right up through the center of that, and line it up with your crosshair line. Okay, it goes all the way across. Just hold your fingers there, just a couple. You don't need to do a lot, and we're going to go all the way around that and all the way back. Ready? Couple of stitches just to get started. And I'll go down. And to get a point, you need to just pause a little bit in there. It's probably a little bit slow for me. I'm used to it probably a fraction faster, but that's okay. And then back to where you started. Okay. Now, we're going to need to travel. So to get over to here, we want to travel on that little line that we've already stitched. So we just travel over to the center. Oops, it's going to fray. What's it doing? It's been a fray. It's been naughty. Yeah, I can see it. Right, let me just cut off. Probably because I need a new needle. Yes, I have the red screwdriver, the same. I love it. I hate the ones that come in the machines. Yeah, me too. They're buggered fingers. Yeah, I can't use them. Yes, and some of them are like those little flat things. They are absolute nightmares. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to want to take this to the repair shop while Christmas break is on, and they're going to be that inundated, it's not going to get done anyway. Sorry, I'm just going to thread that if I can. Eyeballs, there we go. Got my eyes on, so it's all good. A bit of a twist around the needle. There we go. All right, so then you would take yourself there. Now you could, if you wanted to, do the. Just put my needle right on that line. You could cut off and just, yeah, design by me, yeah, absolutely. All right, so foot down, needle down in that position again. Tuck that foot into the bed, the back of that Spinifex ruler, lining up those lines, and we're just going to tick along. Yet no self-respecting woman would ever create a tool that we're going to need used regularly that makes it really difficult for us to hang on to and do our job. Not a chance in Hades. Okay, so we're going to get back to where we started and stop. Now, take it out, and I'm going to travel along that little line there. Nice and steady. And then up here, lining up the center line, just hanging onto it nicely. And it doesn't matter whether you go left to right, right to left, it makes no difference at all, other than your comfort, okay? And you can see I've only got like 1 or 2 fingers from each hand on the actual template. I'm not hanging on to it for dear life. You'll find yourself doing it and you need to make a conscious effort to release. And stop. Okay, and then we're going to move the template out of the way, travel along to this side. And stop. And go up there. We've got it nicely tucked in. And off we go. Now, whatever you do, don't ever let go of the template until you've got your machine in a stop position, okay? All right, so I'm just going to cut off and show you what's happened and what we've done. And that's how quick it is. We have just done that template. Oopsie days. There we go. That little design, which is exactly that one there at the top. Okay, that's what we did. That was nice and easy. But if we want to, we can add into the other side. See those other 4 around? So let's do that. Let's finish it off by making it more of a, what are they calling it? It's the spinning crosshairs option. So it's just another option. So we're going to do that. The other option too is that we could actually up the ante even more. But I think just to add another row, like row in, I think we'll do that. All right. So putting my needle down, make sure my ruler's under there. So putting the needle down, really loud. There. Bring that was me. And starting there, the same as we did before. Taking it up to the top point. And there, and stop. They're called a pocket screwdriver and 11.9. Oh, fantastic! Thanks, Rado. Okay, I can see like a little bit of thread there. I'm just going to move it out of the way. When I get around, I'll just cut it off. So now I'm going to just travel along now to that crosshairs line, okay, just in the center there. Bring that ruler up there, line it up here with the point. Yeah, I reckon that they do have them. I reckon, I don't know how much they are. Like that sounds pretty good. Oops, I missed a big stitch then. $11.99 sounds pretty good. They've been pretty good to me actually. I've used them on and off for years. Those, I've got 2 of them. So out, travel around that circle that we did earlier. Now if you don't want to travel around the circle because you don't want all that thready look, you're going to need to cut off and bury threads and everything. Okay, so just line that up. Number 3, and we're going to do the last one, so we're just going to travel around that previously stitched circle just to that line, place a ruler, tuck it into the foot. I have mine on a blob of blue tack on the side of my machine, and everyone knows not to even look at it. No one takes my stuff from my sewing room, I can tell you that right. My kids have been brilliant with that. They have never ever have they grabbed my scissors to cut paper. Only one, or anything like that, the only one who's ever done that is Rod, and he did it once and only once, was threatened with sheer violence, and that was the end of it. He's never touched it again. So if you wanted to, you could also, fear of death. Yeah, David only did it once and never again. Yeah, not allowed to touch them. So I'm just going to trim off that little thing there. My hair a bit. Just some of that chalk line. Just so you can see the stitch. Okay, so that's it there. Look at that. There you go. And we've done that with just 2 of the rulers. And there are hundreds of different types of way you can do this. Okay, so there you go. Looks pretty cool. You can do it with the center of the circle even bigger. You can do, you know, lots and lots of different ways. Yeah. So that is just doing, it is cute, and that's just doing one block and getting it to work for you. I mean, I can build that out and have them come out from this point here. Okay, this little, I'll just hold it up here so you can see. So this point here, I could actually come in, put my needle there and make it come out again and make a different pattern again. So it's very easy to do. I can make it come right out to there. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You get so many things you can do, but for a short, quick demo, just to get you guys going and see what you can do with one. No, they even used my rotary cutter before. It wasn't pretty. The neighborhood heard that thrashing. I bet you they did. Yeah, no, mine were threatened with sheer violence from very early age with that. Don't touch my blades, don't touch my scissors, and stay out of my sewing stuff. So yeah, so that's sort of how it's done. That's how it works. Now, if I show you the other side, you'll probably, yeah, a bit of cut off and a bit of a tension thing. I think I didn't adjust that tension again. No, I didn't. Anyway, it happens. So yeah, so that's another good reason. I threatened dear, yep. Lorena Bobbitt. Is it, who was it? Lorena Bobbitt? What was her name? Loretta Bobbitt. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm getting the picture. All right, so that's it done in a nutshell. And thank you for joining me again. Sew that back on, hey. Sew that back on. Yes, well, I don't reckon that's going to get sewn back on. It'll take more than a slip stitch to get one of those back on. All right, there you go. Done. So thank you for joining me. I'll just turn this camera. Oops, days. I'm all thumbs and fingers. And I'll just zoom out so you're not inundated with my fat head. There we go. And it's all the way out. Come on, all the way out. There's Mum in the background. There we go. Oh, there you go. Oh dear. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I've much appreciated all your time. I'm glad it's inspired you. If you're interested in rulers or anything, just let me know what you're after. Just send me a quick PM. Happy to help out and advise if need be. If you don't need it, then I'll tell you not to get it. So chat to you all very soon. I can see my eyes are getting really tired. Must be the heat. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Thank you. No, I was still live. What are you doing? Don't be hitting me. There we go.